where do I start? Man, this workshop is an absolute mess. I've been just going at it left, right, and center and just not really cleaning up properly. But the good thing is I've been getting heaps of stuff done. And like the loom's installed, the exhaust is on, few of the accessories are on, and it's looking good in there. Like not looking like an absolute dog's breakfast like it was about a week ago. So what I want to do today, just quickly, is a video on the installation of the VN Stealth Pro Ratchet shifter. Now this video has probably been covered heaps by other people on their channels. I mean, that guy on his VN LS1 channel, Minji, I think it is, he does a really good video on the installation of this shifter. And I'm not going to do much more different to him, I'll be honest. But I might, I don't know, sort of flush my way through it and see what happens. All right, so I'm using the B&M Pro Ratchet Stealth, part number 81120. I was holding out forever to buy one, just hoping it'd pop up in Marketplace, and one did for like $700. Brand new in a box, nothing ever opened, so happy with that. A bit of a score, and this is it there. Nice bit of gear. It really is a nice bit of gear the way it all works. And I'm using the Muscle Car Garage dropbox to suit VLVS. Nicely painted, instructions, little template. And I've already removed the factory GM shifter in the car. Oh, excuse the mess everywhere. So it's already popped out. Just put that back on the floor. Oh yeah. It's easy just to remove the whole center console. Just don't even muck around, just get rid of that. Had to cut a bit of the carpet back to get to that lower rivet. No big deal. I guess I'm going to start to I might get the template out, see how much I have to cut. I'll probably try with the saber saw first to avoid any sparks in here. Yeah, and just start working my way through them. Whilst I'm here quickly, I've got the computer and wideband WB1 kit all hooked up. Just sitting on the floor for now until I get the car fired up and I'm happy with everything, that I can, mount it all nicely. And I also got one of these things. It's the Htech can gauge. Really nice, compact, small gauge. Tiny little SAS shift light on the side there. And yeah, pretty much reads anything the ECU knows. Any data from the ECU can be displayed here on multiple platforms. Like screens. Yeah, so that's pretty much the only gauge I'm going to run. Well, that is the only gauge I'm going to run on the car. Nice and discreet, sits back nicely. You can still read the rest of the cluster. But yeah, I'm waffling on in the wrong direction. This video is about the shifter. So that's all done. Wasn't a massive job. It was relatively easy to do with a small demo saw and a file. It was just slightly more confronting than I thought to cut into the tunnel so much. But it's not like it's a SS or HSV or anything, so it's just a 6 car. So just get into it, I reckon. All right, so it fits pretty good. It's not loose and it's not tight. It just, I have to trim some of this carpet back too to get it to sit nice. Yeah, so once it's in there, it's got maybe about 1 millimeter of movement. Yeah, it sits good. I put the ratchet in there and I've put the whole center console back on and top cover to make sure it's all going to line up nicely with that gate position. It does, but I'll just talk about the dropbox first. What else? Yeah, the bolt holes. So this hole back here, there's got like an angled flange in the back. This lines up with the tunnel all right, but none of the other holes line up with the factory holes that were riveted on for the other shifter. And kind of like annoyingly so, I might say, because it's just like, I don't know. So this is where it's scribed out. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like right on the corner there. And I haven't touched any of this. This is all just, all that from there to there is all just factory cut out. So I'm gonna have to sort of drill and tap a new hole further back so I don't hit that. And all the other holes too, like it's, I don't know, maybe there's a difference between different floor pans, or tunnels I should say. But if I line up this back hole, so that's all lined up, this hole is heaps out, and this hole here is heaps out, and the top one's miles out. So I don't know. I haven't done anything with those holes. That's factory GM. It says VL to VS. Maybe there's a slight difference. I don't know. I'm not sure. Not the end of the world. I'm just going to have to maybe re-drill a few holes, especially the one on the back. Like, it's going to be difficult to get to that. And I'm not sure why that lip has to be that long at the back. I mean, that's miles long. No, I don't mean to harp on this dropbox either, but I kind of am, but I don't mean to. The welds are quite thick. I had to linish a few of them back. Where is it? It's on the other side, I think. I don't know. One of them I had to linish it back heaps, because it actually doesn't sit flush on the tunnel on that lip. It actually sits on all the welds. So what can you do? It doesn't rock. I'm just going to bolt it down. By the time I put all the sealant on, you won't even see it anyway. Dropbox is installed. All went pretty well. I managed to not get that windscreen sealant shit everywhere, which is a bonus. But yeah, like, it's relatively neat. As I've also went under the car and sort of gave it a good run under there as well. But yeah, that's all in. I ended up putting a 18mm grommet, like firewall grommet in there. And there's a cutout in the middle there just for the cable to poke through. I'll probably put some sealant in there too when I finish up. I have obviously test fitted the shifter in there, and the holes are drilled in the bottom for it. However, I can't fit this just yet because I can't get the center console back on, which is a pain in the ass. It kind of needs to dive in, between this space here, and just, you can't do it because there's two little, like, left and right triangular bits can't sandwich in there. So I'll have to fit that first, then put the shifter back in. Not the end of the world. I also did the mod that everyone seems to do, where I chopped off the reverse lockout lever, and it was there. Chopped it off and put it on the other side, so it is directly in line with the shifter gate. Oh, well, the shifter itself, sorry. What else? Yeah, so I'll put the console in now, and I'll show you what that all looks like. I'll just try and show you this cable setup. So the cable comes out, you might be able to see it at the top there actually. Poking out the top of the Dropbox, kind of loops around to the driver side, and then a nice big loop around to the selector. And I already had all the bracketry on for my previous shifter, so I just left all that on. It's all the same stuff anyway. I guess the only thing to note whenever you're doing these is you want to be able to pull that pin out and be able to change the gear position, and then test fit it so it just slides in on every gear position, so you know you're not binding up anywhere. And once you have that sorted, it's easy. Yeah, all right. Actually, I might be able to show you a bit more of the Dropbox whilst I'm out. As you can see, it looks all right. Plenty of window sealant around the top of it. Yeah, pretty neat. All right, everything's installed and working well. Where do I start? So yeah, the cable, it's got nice action, nothing fouls. It was a bit of a bitch to install the shifter assembly with the cable attached and trying to slide the whole thing in with the center console sort of loose in there. I watched a few other videos and I saw some other guys that chopped out this part here for this lug. And in hindsight, that would have just been probably easier if I had done that. But yeah, where there's a will, there's a way. I got it in there. And what else? Electric. So that's the position indicator light. I'll speak about that in a second. So the cigarette lighter, power and light. Yellow is the park brake light. And the white and black plug is the reverse lights and park and neutral lockout. And I pinned that out by simply placing a multimeter into the plug that was attached to the original shifter and moving it around till I got the right wire positions. And I made this little diagram, real simple diagram. And once I got that, I pretty much sort of plugged them up to the right micro switches, and yeah, it all works well. Reverse lights come on, and it only starts in park and neutral. What else? So this white cover, you got to chop it in half. I tried. There's no way of putting the other side on. There's just too much going on. And this position indicator ratchets up and down like all the way, so it's going to foul on heaps of stuff. So chop it in half. And this grey piece here was the original part that used to slide up and down with the original shifter. I just chopped it off because it kind of adds this bit of I don't know, just makes it look a bit nicer if you hide the gate a bit more. And I also jumped onto Amazon and got some of what they call, I think it's called brush strip, just to make it look a bit more, I don't know, integrated, factory, nice, I don't know what the word is. And likewise here on the top cover too, it's on the other side. And I'll show you what that looks like all installed. All right, that's it, all done. It all works well functionality wise. Yeah, and as you can see, oh, actually you might not be able to see it, but that brush strip kind of provides a bit of a curtain to all the mechanics and everything else inside. Makes it look a bit nicer. Maybe you can see it. Oh yeah, you can see it a bit better that way. Yeah, looks good. I'm actually pretty stoked with the way it came out, to be honest. And I'll just show you what it looks like with the, where are we? Turn that light off. And this one. And then with the, so obviously there's no position indicator anymore. I mean, it doesn't, it's been removed. I did some research, and yes, you can buy a really nice looking unit from Build Ninja. It's got like little LED lights that will mate up with it, whatever pattern and transmission you're going for. But then you got to buy the Dakota digital unit, which is like 200 something bucks. I think all up, it was like going to be $440 all up. And I just thought that money could go better spent elsewhere in the build, to be honest. So at the moment, you just got to remember which gear you're in, and that's it. All right, it's about 10:30 on the clock up there. And before I wrap up this video, I just want to say a big thanks to everyone that's supported the channel and liked the videos along the way. It does mean a lot to me, considering that it does take a bit of energy to get these videos to happen in the background, you know, alongside building the car and everything else I've got to do in my life. So yeah, it does mean a lot, and just want to let you know that I do have a lot of other videos I want to post up shortly. Some of those are, I've got to finish off the exhaust build video. I'm doing another one on the complete fuel system upgrade and install. Doing another long and potentially boring video, maybe, I don't know, about retrofitting cruise control to your car if it's not already factory fitted like mine. And I'm doing a custom OTR video that is going to essentially mate the Cum Racing manifold to, I think it's the VCM LS1 OTR intake. So yeah, that should be pretty cool. I mean, I obviously love first and second gen Commodores. All the 5-liter and stroker stuff is what I'm into. It's my passion. So if you guys out there, you know, like the videos and find them, you know, remotely informative to watch, then please like and subscribe to the channel, and that way you can keep up to date whenever I post a new video. But until then, yeah, good luck with all your builds out there, and yeah, I'll post again shortly. Cheers.